Hey, welcome back to Spirit Music Meetups. Mike Burris here. We're on the blog topic number 2 of Spirit Practice for Drumming. And this is really about what you do after your last personal practice session in order to get ready for your worship team practice. Verify the worship team venue has a drum kit. So you've done your personal practice. That was blog topic number 1. So you're ready to actually meet with the group and you're going to practice. And that's if you're going to even have a rehearsal. Some of my gigs, there is no rehearsal. So this might not be even applicable. So you want to make sure you pack up everything you need. Showing up for the rehearsal with the group with something missing is not going to go over too well. So I have this checklist, and I put it in my gig bag in my closet so that when it comes time to packing, I don't miss anything. And so they may have an electronic drum kit, so you're going to need to very possibly have to have your own headphones so you can hear better, because they might have all the sound going out through the main PA system. You might have a monitor, a personal monitor somewhere behind you, but don't count on it, so you can't even hear what you're doing. So that's not good. So you need to hear what you're doing. And I have a small little monitor that I hook up and I plug right into the drum machine so I can hear what my drums are doing. And sometimes I can get a feed from the band's monitor, and so I can hear what the rest of the band's doing. And that's really important, because on stage, if you can't hear, you're not going to be together at all. So you need to have some way. In-ear monitors are really expensive. They're usually not going to provide those. So, and plus it's unsanitary, other people's in-ears. You can have your own, and then you'll have to get the frequency from them. So it's a tricky thing. So earbuds or headphones, I usually have just one earbud in so I can hear my drums, and then I can hear the rest of the band. They'll usually have monitors for the band, but they usually don't put drums in the monitor or too much of them, because that will be difficult for them. So again, I like to have that. So a personal monitor, power monitor, that's what I really like, so I can hear the whole band and myself mixed in. So sometimes they can mix you into the monitor, which is nice. And so I always make sure I have my own cords, because that's embarrassing when you don't have cords and you can't hook things up and you think that they had them. Don't assume anything. Assuming gets you in a lot of trouble. So I carry my own power strip, my own long cord, and so we go with that. Here's another one. I bring your own kit, my own drum kit, because that's a lot of times what you have to do. And I bring an acoustic kit, and I play very quietly and tastefully, because electronic kits are just not reliable for carting them around. I used to do that. But if you don't bring a rug and you're playing on a stage that's wooden, which in many cases is, or a slick floor, every time you hit the bass drum pedal or the hi-hat pedal, those things are going to move away from you. Total disaster. So I have my kit set up on a rug, and I marked exactly with black tape so they can't see. It's black against black. I got everything marked, so I set my drum kit up in 5 minutes. Everything sets down right where the marks are. So I don't have any setup time, 5 minutes. I'm ready to play usually within 30 minutes, ready to go. Don't hold them up. So have this together. Get a drum rug. I use just a big black drum rug, small crop rug, tight weave. It doesn't have nothing plush and fuzzy that collects hairballs and stuff. But black won't show the dirt. You have to vacuum it pretty regularly though, because it does show shavings from sticks and other dirt and stuff like that. So here's another biggie. Have your own light for your music stand. Bring your own music stand. Sometimes they don't have one. Then you're really sunk. Where are you going to put all your music? You need to bring your own music stand, and then bring your own light. And I like battery operates because less cabling on stage, less setup time, and you can get good battery operated. It looks like a little antennas that come down, 2 lights, and they run off double A's or whatever, triple A's. So that's important. And bring clothespins, because I've been asked to play, or they have a fan on stage or something, and your music's flying off the music stand. I've been in almost like whirlwinds, as I'm playing outside. So I bring lots of clothespins. Just feeling, I've been doing so much videotaping, I'm growing a beard just videotaping these things. So bring all your drum charts. That was from blog topic number 1. Bring pencils with erasers, because you're going to be making modifications, and hope you marked your charts up. If they gave them to you, marked them up. Any notes you made on the chart, or just blank sheets of paper with your notes, because you're going to be making notes as you're rehearsing with them. So you're just trying to be prepared as much as you can. Don't assume anything. Also bring a drum key because sometimes they have a pedal or something and it falls apart. You don't have a drum key, or their drums are way out of tune, or something happens on your drum kit and then you don't have. So I put that drum key in with my drum sticks in my drum bag. So I have all this as a handout. It's just a checklist in my drum bag. So I also bring soft drum beaters, bass drum beaters, real soft, fluffy one just in case, and a regular medium to hard beater just in case, because you just don't know what the hall is going to sound like. If they can't hear your bass drum, then you're sunk. If it's too loud, it's not going to be good either. So you just have to be prepared. And I bring an extra pair of sticks, kind of a super fine stick, because I don't know how quiet I have to be, very, very thin and long, and then just a regular medium stick in case I have to play louder. Bring some brushes. I bring some blastics, which are kind of like plastic brushes that kind of a little bit louder than regular brushes, but softer than sticks. There's a thing called rods that's even louder, and sometimes I use those. So I have a variety of sticks because I don't know what the venue's like. You just don't know until you get there. I bring my own water bottles, 1 to 2 or 3 depending on the length of the gig. I bring a small fan. You can boil to death. If I have power, I'm going to have a little quiet fan blowing on me like I have right now. So I am not slipping and sliding all over my sticks. And so a little tiny clip-on fan right underneath my hi-hats and nobody sees it is very helpful. And definitely a wipe down rag, wiping hands down. I put a rag, folded rag on my gig table for things like my tambourine that might rattle. So I put it on this fluffy washcloth so that it won't pick up vibrations and rattle as I'm stomping on the hi-hat. So, you have to think of all these things. Make sure you have a real long power cord, but not too long, because you can get into power issues if they're really long. And not something gaudy like bright orange, like most power cords. You know, I usually try to get a beige power cord or a black power cord, you know, something that doesn't eye pop. Bring any hand drums and hand percussion, sticking them on your next to you. You might switch out for a song or put them on your gig table. And so you got to be ready for switching out sticks, mallets, and the such. So you got to be able to do that stuff. You can also place your fan, wipe-off rag, and water bottle. I usually put a water bottle in a little spiral thing that attaches down here out of the way. Again, people don't want to see your water, so I put it down out of the way on the side of the drum. So I just reach down there when I need water. Sometimes gigs can go for a long time, and you're going to need that water. You're going to lose your energy. So there's some ideas. Maybe you have some other ideas in order to be ready for your first rehearsal with the band. You want to come prepared. Don't assume anything. Those are some things that I do before I leave the house. And again, I make sure that everything in my drum room is in the car or in the truck. So I take a once over and look at everything. Did I bring my drums? Did I bring my chair? Did I bring my pedal? And I have this checklist, and you know, make sure everything's gone out of that room. I take 2 trips. I look at it. Did I miss anything? Because that's embarrassing to show up with something missing. Very embarrassing. So you just want to put your best foot forward, okay? When you first meet people, you first get into the rehearsal. Okay, God bless you. Put your ideas down there in the comments if you have any ideas that will help others. Comments on this video and the comments on the website also. Thank you very much.